Um, I don't know, it's just fun to make fun of him. Matthew Hammond, when is Josie going to start entering pie competitions in Florida?
I'm gonna have to find some. And they have a county fair here, so I'm gonna have to just look into it and go be their blue ribbon undefeated champion again.
Really? You've been a blue ribbon champion before?
Oh yeah, 3 times.
Oh my God. Where have you competed?
Up in Massachusetts. That's what I did up there. Well, what I would do, one of my hobbies was baking pies, and I'd enter them in contests and then win all the contests.
I knew that you were good, and I've seen your pie-nography, but I didn't know that you were competitive.
Yeah, award winning. Yep. Yeah, several of my pies have been winners. So
How do you get like, your crusts are ridiculous, like, they're
Mhm.
so neat and pretty, and I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I also probably am not making them often enough and don't have enough counter space because I
Mhm.
remember in my last apartment, I was rolling the crusts out on the floor because I
Yeah,
had no I mean, with wax covered in wax
of
paper,
course.
of course, of
Because there's
course.
just no shelf space. Exactly.
I know, I just was like,
The trick
"Ugh,
is Crisco. You use Crisco instead of butter. Hmm. And it tastes. I
what?
think it tastes better.
For the whole thing?"
The whole thing. Yep. That's what's gonna get you that flaky, pretty crust.
Oh my
And
god.
it's a crust that you can use for savory pies like meat pies or chicken pot pies, and you can use the same recipe for sweet pies too, and it tastes just as delicious. It's perfectly balanced.
And so the Crisco, is it more of a flavor thing or it's more of a texture thing that you can, like, manipulate it and make it into pretty patterns?
It's kind of both. I mean, I can play with dough and do whatever, and it's butter you can easily overmix, where Crisco is you don't really have that risk as much. It's like butter, you're like mix, 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 and it's like, get right to the second. It's like, I'm perfect right now, and it's like, oh, joke's on you, I'm not perfect anymore, and
Yeah,
you overmix.
I'm gonna go flaky and fall apart, and
Exactly.
you have the tiniest window. Okay. Yeah, are you worried, because Florida is f full of probably, fellow pie makers. Are you worried about your competition?
Oh God, no, not not at all. You see, I lived up north, and I know now living in Florida that turning on the oven in the summer is sacrilege. So I know that I got way more practice up there in the north than they did down here, because they lose like 8 months out of the year pie baking.
Right, Florida chicks are not turning on their ovens,
Mm-mm.
probably half the year.
Exactly, exactly. But up in Massachusetts, where it's winter 8 months out of the year, then yeah, I'm gonna cook. I'm gonna bake a lot of
Ooh.
pies.
Okay, what's the hardest pie to make?
When it comes to the filling, or like
I guess most time consuming, most steps.
um I would have to go with maybe a chiffon pie, like a lemon chiffon or something, where you have to like have a perfect amount of like gelatin and stuff like that, or a meringue, where you
Ooh.
need to mix it and bake it, but not over bake it. Something like that would be a little more complicated, because there's more steps to it. My favorite pies to make, I don't really like making apple pies. I think that they're played out, but
They take forever. I
yes,
literally cut all of my fingers last time I made an apple pie. I'm like,
not a
"Well,
fan.
I guess
Not a
someone's
fan.
getting the blood
Then there,
sliced." Yeah.
exactly, and there are two crust pies, so I want to make it beautiful, like I do with all my roses and stuff. But apples are so hard and so chunky that you can't like gracefully lay your lattice work over it. It's like all chunky and ugly. So they're just a waste of my time. I'm above them. So
You're
I like to do
above apple
above
pies.
apple pies. I
Whoo!
like to do um, cherry amaretto cherry. I like
Oh,
amaretto
wow.
cherry pies, and then I can make those pretty with the crust on top. I like a pumpkin meringue pie, and I do this like heaping meringue on top of it, where it's like this pile of it, and it looks like a pile of whipped cream almost on top of the pie, but it's meringue. And I like for one crust pies, I like my bourbon pecan pie. That's really good. That one's won an award.
Ooh, how and are these recipes like where did this come from? Did your mom teach you? A grandma?
My grandmother. So
Oh,
my grandmother taught me the crust recipe, how to make it. I grew up making pies with her. I taught her how to make all the pretty crusts, because hers were very, like rustic.
yeah,
And
grandmas don't have time for that. They're like,
exactly, the
just
taste
wanna
was there though, because
yeah.
they're grandmothers, so they make it with that love that like that only other people can taste. So
Uh-huh.
she taught me how to make pies, how to make the crust, and every holiday and everything, I'd be over her house baking pies and all that. So I owe it all to her. But when it came to making the pretty stuff, I'm self-taught on the pretty flounces on my pie.
Which pies would you make with her?
We would do the chicken pot pie because that's what we would eat at Easter every year and sometimes at Christmas. And then she makes a one crust chocolate pudding pie, and she actually adds peanut butter to it, which is interesting. Yeah,
Ooh.
It's really good.
Like puts it on the bottom of the crust.
She does apple, and she does pumpkin, and she does lemon meringue, and those are her major pies.
How does she know that you are now above apple pies?
Yes, she does. So she makes the apple pies, and I'll enjoy them, but I'm just above making them, so she understands that. But she likes to make them. Grandmothers, they kind of come from that time where they don't mind peeling, 13 apples.
They have all day to do it. Yes.
Yeah, it's very nice. Things move slower. I don't have time to peel 13 apples. So, yeah, but
and then I get all tripped. Oh my God, are the apples all different enough? Are they the right kind of apples?
I'll tell you the secret to an apple pie.
Okay.
You use cinnamon and nutmeg. You don't pick one or the other. Use both. And the other thing is, this is less heard of because most people use a Granny Smith apple for an apple pie, like the green apples. You actually use Macintosh apples. All right. And these will come out like more mushy, right? So they come out a little more mushy, right? But it tastes better than any other apple.
That goes against everything I've ever been taught and heard. I was told that Macintoshes were strictly hand apples, strictly eating apples.
Exactly.
You need to do what, like Cortland or McCoon, or like there's like
the galas. Yep, a lot of cognitive dissonance to work through on this, but that's the one. That's the winner. Mm-hmm.
I'm getting apple pilled right now. Like, I knew Granny Smith was always part of the equation. Like, I knew Granny Smith, I had heard that should be one of the 3 types of apples that you use, but wow, Macintosh making a comeback. This is gonna be an exciting fall for me.
Yeah.
Matthew Hammond again. Can we get a pie? Wow, he really wants this pie making stream. Where both of you make pies and end the stream after showing the baked pies pulled from the oven. I would love to do this and then lose horribly to Josie. I'm down.
I could do like a pie making tutorial. I can teach you how to make the roses. And I put
yes, actually, could you? That would make my day. Okay. Because it's kind of embarrassing that I can't do that because I always sort of thought of myself as like an artistic person, and like I did studio art in high school. So
yeah, I'm an artist too. I've showed my paintings before, and I can do pie art, but like I can't decorate a cake to save my life. I mean, so it's like I have certain mediums that I can work in really well. Like I can do acrylic paint. I don't like oil paint. I could probably do it if I tried, but I don't like it. I don't even want to touch it. I can't.
Never tries. Yeah.
No, can't do watercolors. I can do acrylic till I'm blue in the face. Can't do watercolors. Can't decorate a cake, but I can make a pie. So it's just weird the way that it all works out.
Pies are better though.
Yes.
You can taste like love. I've never tasted love from a cake.
Yeah.
From Matthew again. Has Josie made a key lime pie since she can get fresh key limes? Ooh.
I haven't made one yet here. I should though. I have a blueberry farm right near me that I was thinking I'd go and pick fresh blueberries and do a blueberry pie.
My God.
Mm-hmm.
Blueberry pies are the best. Okay, Adam Troy says pumpkin. Wow, these guys are really excited about the pie chat. Pumpkin pie, my fave. Why is it seasonal? This is 2023.
Yes. So I'm seasonal in Florida only because you have to turn on the oven. That's why it's seasonal in Florida. So I say pie baking season starts September 1st, which is midnight.
Wow, it's almost here.
Mm-hmm. Yep, pie baking season kicks off on September 1st. Because that's when you got to start your practice pies for Thanksgiving. Okay, I don't make the rule. You need to make practice pies so you don't get rusty.
That is so true because a couple of years I go, oh yeah, I'll bring a pie to Thanksgiving, and then all of a sudden it is 2 days before Thanksgiving, and I have a complete meltdown because I'm like, what am I doing? I'm completely out of my depth here. I'm out of practice.
Yep, it's all about balance and timing.
Practice pies begin tomorrow, folks.
Yep.